Welcome, friends, to part 1 of VALHEIM, the third-person Viking survival game developed by Iron Gate Studios. On the surface, VALHEIM seems to follow the blueprint of other survival games that have tasked players with staying alive amid dangerous weather conditions and unfriendly wildlife. That being said, VALHEIM is full of constant surprises. No matter how much you think you understand it, VALHEIM will always find a way to shock and delight you. VALHEIM pushes you to fight a series of mystical bosses. Once defeated, each boss gives you access to new tools that let you craft more weapons and access more materials. The world is randomly generated with different biomes to explore, each with their own difficulties, different enemies to slay. Exploring, farming, building, crafting and fighting. All sounds fun, right? Well, I'm about to start a new game with you guys, so let's jump straight in. See what it's all about. Okay, this screen is where we need to create our new character. So we'll keep male, skin tone's fine. Hair and beard needs to definitely be Viking inspired, so some kind of long hair we want. Yeah, more of a ponytail look, I think. That's good. And then a big bushy beard. Perfect. Name is Fearless, because that's me. Done. We need to create a world. Call this Fearless. Playthrough. Capitals. OCD. Clicking in there. Done. Let's jump straight in. So this is this first spawn area. Every time you create a world, you will spawn here, surrounded by these sacrificial stones. And I believe each one is linked to a boss on the map. This is Hugin, the crow. He will give you tips and hints throughout the game. It's always good when you see him, exclamation marks, especially if you're new, click on him and he will give you some advice of sort of what to do next. As I am Hugin, sent here to guide you in your travels. The megaliths surrounding you are the sacrificial stones. They represent the Forsaken, which you must slay in order to ascend to Valhalla. These magical stones were scattered throughout the lands by Odin as signposts pointing towards the ritual grounds of the Forsaken. If inspected closer, this one will reveal the summoning place of Eikthyr, their first prey. He is a mighty beast, so you need to properly arm yourself before even attempting to defeat him. Okay, relatively close by, which is good. As you can see, the sheer size of this map, it's absolutely massive. You can see how I'm moving there, and then this is where we flew in, and that is the size of the map. What I'll do is I will place an overlay of a photo of an uncovered map now, so you can see exactly what it looks like. As you can see, it is pretty big. Different biomes to explore, different types of mobs and monsters. So first port of call is going to be collect some resources, stone, wood, some food. Around these sacrificial stones you will find some basic stuff laying around, some food, a few bits of wood, and some stone. So you found a snack, consume it to improve your health and stamina. Be aware that before long you'll grow hungry again, so try and always have at least a couple of different meals ready. So yeah, it's always important to carry some food with you for obvious reasons. You won't typically starve to death in this game. What food does is it will improve your stamina and health. So you can stack 3 types of food. So if I eat this raspberry here, you can see down the bottom left you have these 3 boxes, so you can stack, say, a raspberry and then a mushroom, and this will increase your stamina and then give you a bigger overall health pool. So it'd be a good idea to stack, say, maybe a meat here as well, and that will boost it up and give you more overall health points. You can see different foods will give you different amounts of health, different stamina amounts, and different healing per tick as well. Okay, let's go find some resources so we can build our hammer, axe, and club. So there we go, we've just improved our skill run. This game, you improve skills as you use them. So as you run, you improve run. As you jump, for instance, like that, you improve jump. As you fight unarmed, you improved unarmed, so on and so forth, which is a really nice touch. I like that. So to build, we can build a stone axe. First, we need more wood. So if you can punch these small trees, and it will give you some wood. So throughout the game, as you do certain things, you unlock certain recipes for crafting weapons, armors, etc. Most items must be crafted. However, due to your recent departure from Midgard, you will have to recall the true shape of objects. Just pick things up and it will all come back to you, I'm sure. My lesser brother, Munin, tells me one can fashion a stone axe of wood and stone. So he's telling us now we have the resources, we can craft this. You have hotbar there, 1 through 8. You can select and put your weapons wherever you please, whichever is your own personal preference. So we now have our stone axe, which we can use to chop down wood a lot easier, pick up stone. Keep your eye out on the floor because you find stone. Near water you will find flint as well, which is always handy. Kill animals, leather scraps, meat to cook, etc. So we're just going to gather some wood up here, just so we've got a bit in our inventory. Save me having to find it as and when I need it. Just going to quickly chop down some trees here. Okay, next we're going to build our hammer and club. So hammer I have in slot 3, just like so. So now we've built those, can see what Hugin's got to say. With this tool you will raise mighty halls and tower and fortifications. Start building a workbench. This in turn will enable you to construct other things. Okay, so when we build a workbench, it will enable us to build a house, or a castle, or a shack, or whatever you want to build. At first, my starting base is going to be relatively small, enough for a bed, some storage, a fire. Just because 1, it takes less resources, and 2, at the start I didn't really feel like I'm going to need a massive amount of space to get going. I can always expand on it. There's no point, in my opinion, in setting down a huge massive footprint and then having to spend a couple of hours trying to farm all of the wood to do the walls and the roof, etc. So I'd rather just do a small one and then expand on it as and when I need more space. The beauty of this game is when you deconstruct something, you get full resources back. So if you build a wall for say 2 wood and then you deconstruct it, you will get 2 wood back. So never feel like you build something and think, oh yeah, I don't want to deconstruct it because I'm going to lose resources. You won't, you'll get them straight back. So I'm just picking up as much stone as I can find, things along the way. Just going to have a little wander through here, explore through so we can see. find somewhere to set down our workbench. So I'm thinking I'm going to head up here, find a place near this first boss to build my first base. Again, whilst running through any animals you come across, try and kill them. Keep your eyes peeled for resources, food, wood, stone. Okay, here we go. Get the club out, greyling. Boom. When the temperature drops at night, or if you're wet, you suffer from being cold. This reduces your stamina regeneration. Seek shelter by an open flame is your best option when this happens. So this is why I want to get on and build a small base, you know, a small house of some kind. Nothing too crazy. Like I said previously, we can always expand on this. Again, just collecting resources as we go. Killing any mobs that may come. I mean, most of these starter ones are fairly simple to kill. Just going to eat some more food, keep that topped up. You always need to remember to try and keep some kind of food in those bottom 3 boxes. Once we've built a house, we'll have a campfire and we'll be able to cook some meat. In turn, it'll give us more stamina and health. It just means farming and fighting mobs, running, everything becomes that much easier. One thing I'd like to point out about farming for wood is these tall trees. I'll show you an example now. They do fall down when you hit them, so you need to be aware of the directions they're going, and they also, the physics also will lean against another tree like that. So if that one's leaning on this one, you then need to hit this one to get it down. Okay, it's running away. So I'll show you now. The more leaning, the dodgier it becomes, like this. You need to be very careful. If they fall on you, you will die. Just get a few more wood. Again, be careful, even when it rolls, it can kill you. So I always try and tackle the logs from the ends once they're down. I know that way, if it does start to move, I'm not going to get crushed. Okay, so we need to get rid of some of this wood. So shift click will split. So if I get rid of 3 wood, put me under. So this is the first summoning stone. You have found the summoning place of one of the Forsaken. Make the correct offering at their altar and they will come. Be wary though, the Forsaken are not easy prey. So craft a wicked weapon, don your finest armor, and eat a hearty meal before engaging them in combat. Read the runestone. Hunt his kin. So we need to hunt deer. You need to get deer trophies. I believe it's 2 deer trophies, which will spawn the boss. If I carry too much, I will be overburdened. So in your inventory you can see here that it's That's your maximum carry capacity. Active effects, message log. Here you can see your skills, how much they're leveled up, what level they are. You can see your trophies, and you can toggle PvP on and off. So you can have up to 10 people in a map or in a world currently. So you can play PvP, raid, etc. if you so wish. Just gonna try and find somewhere now to build. Look for somewhere which is relatively flat to start with. Doesn't have to be a massive area, but I'd prefer if it's got some potential for a little bit of growth. I don't want it to stray too far away from where the first boss is. So looking at the map, look through here. This looks absolutely perfect here. We'll find a nice little area which is already relatively flat. You do get these sort of structures that are already pre-spawned in. Houses do have chests. Other biomes you can find chests with pretty good loot in as well. Okay, first things first, we are going to pull out our hammer and build a workbench. So we'll place it, I think, up here. Next we need to build a cover over the top, so it needs to have walls and a roof. It has to be sheltered. Just build a quick roof. Like so. And now we should be able to click on it. So you can use this here to repair items for free. Just keep clicking it and it will repair all of your items. So now you can see we can build arrows and a hoe. The hoe is definitely something we're going to be crafting first. The hoe will give you the ability to terraform. So by terraform, what I mean is you can level ground. It's based on where you're stood, so if a point is higher from where you're stood, it will flatten it, and if you're stood up higher and you click on something that's lower, it will bring it up. So we're going to try and just level this out slightly here. Just get it reasonably level. As you can see, it's bringing that ground up to me because it's lower than where I'm stood. Again, we're not looking for anything too crazy to start with. Just want it to be a big enough shelter to give me some cover, somewhere I can cook food and somewhere I can store a few items to begin with. We just start from this end, place our floors from here. So that's the foundations of our first base done. Let's try and construct the walls. So I'm thinking I'm going to have a entrance this side here and one here, so they're opposites. And then I'm going to build my fireplace probably at this end with the bed one side and then storage down this side. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So we need to pull out our hammer, find wood wall, and start building. like so. Add in our doors. Doesn't matter which way they go, like so, like so. Okay, now we need to tackle the roof. I think a 26°. So maybe we do, see if this will work quickly. We do a 45 there, a 45 here. Are we out of wood again? Yes, we're out of wood. Okay, back to the roof building. So, as I was saying before, let's try and put this one there. See if we can join them with two 26s. I wonder if that's possible. Will that work? Give a nice sort of rounded type feeling to the roof. More so than pointy. I think that will work very well. So if we do the whole bottom layer in 45s. Next we will do the 26° all the way along, the same. And if you're wondering what the colors mean, it's the structure stability. So it starts at blue and then goes to green, yellow, orange, red, etc. So if you keep trying to build up and up and up, say you wanted to extend this roof along and along and along without connecting to this side, eventually it becomes structurally unstable and will just fall. Fall from the point where it's no longer structurally safe. So you need to bear that in mind when building. You can reinforce with poles and things as well. So you could have, say straight wooden poles up to the center of the roof. So you could have that here, for instance, and bring this all the way to the floor, and it will give stability up there because it comes from, the foundation base of your building. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with these ends. I think these in the corners, the 45° walls, will fit lovely in there. These center pieces will probably be another wall, like so, and finish off with another finishing piece, a 26°. Lovely. Perfect. So we'll repeat this end. 45s first. Two wall pieces. And then the 26° wood wall. I'm actually going to move these doors. I think I'm going to do the sort of campfires this end. So I'm going to put the doors here and here. Again, easy to do. Just destruct and rebuild. You don't lose resources, so you can pick straight back up. So we're going to put the wooden walls in here. I need to figure out what we're going to do with our campfires. So you can't build campfires directly on wood. If you take the wood away, you can build on the floor. And then what you can do, actually put the wood back down, if I had wood, of course. Let's go farm some more wood. If you have fires inside, I mean, I think it's a really cool feature of the game. If you have campfires inside and there's no ventilation and no chimney, it will actually start filling your house with smoke. This will in turn kill you. So you need to make sure there's some kind of chimney. So you can see if I remove these, the smoke should clear and start going out the top of the chimney. So we take a look from outside. You can now see that it's coming out there instead. I do want to make this look a bit better though, so what I think I might do is build a wall there, a wall there, another one there. If we do these first, careful not to go too close to fires, you will burn. And then what we want to do is that, 26 degrees at the top, and then we could put some wood beams across here, I think, like so. Wooden poles on the sides, and then fill this in like so. Then we have our cool little fireplace. Next thing I want to build is my bed. So furniture, a bed. We'll have it close to the fire. So I could probably even put it down, one bed down each side. But for now we're going to just probably put it up against the wall like this for the time being. Sleep the night away in your bed and awaken feeling refreshed, full of energy. Another improvement to your home would be some chests where you can store some items. It's good practice to always have some spare equipment if something unfortunate should happen to you while exploring. Okay. So you need to claim your bed. That's very important. So you just click claim and you now have a spawn point set. So if you die, you'll spawn back here at your bed. So guys, that will be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to continue this journey with me, please feel free to subscribe and turn on those post notifications. If you like this content, please leave a like, comment below what else you would like to see from this series. In the next episode, we will be looking at storage and farming materials, upgrading our gear, ready to take on that first boss. Be safe and peace out.